In the previous video 5 days ago, I shared with you Bitcoin signal at around $29,600 and I told you that we expect Bitcoin to move upwards with higher probabilities. As you can see, Bitcoin really pumped for around 4.5%. However, right now the things are changing. With Paradise Family VIPs, we already closed all of our long positions. And in today's video, I will describe to you why. We will go through some technical and fundamental analysis, and once again we will determine the higher probability move for Bitcoin. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Samo from My Crypto Paradise, and right now we are looking at open interest indicator, and this is our Bitcoin price on a 60 minutes time frame, 1 hour time frame, which means each candle represents 1 hour trading activity. As you can see right here, we are creating a bearish divergence. Why? Because on our indicator of open interest, which basically represents the amount of money opened on futures exchanges right now, and you can see we are creating lower highs with lower highs. Right now we are creating our next lower high right at resistance. What that means? It means that most of the people are actually opening long positions because they have missed buying the bottom right here. They are probably not watching our YouTube videos, so they have missed buying the bottom. And how we know that they are actually opening long positions right here? From the open interest indicator, we can understand that more money right now is flowing into the market, right? More futures positions are opened. So how can we determine, however, that most of these positions are actually long positions? We need to look at our funding rates to really understand what is going on futures market. And as you can see, all these red numbers, what does it mean? It means that the funding is positive, all right? And when the funding turns positive, it means that the long opened positions are paying the short positions. In other words, there is a higher amount of long positions opened right now in comparison to the short positions. So we understand we are at resistance and we are creating with this indicator a bearish divergence. Why? Because this indicator is creating lower highs, but the Bitcoin price action is completely different and we are creating higher highs, right? So what does it mean? Here we have our indicator, here we have our price. So if the indicator is creating lower highs and the price of the asset is creating higher highs, this is a bearish divergence, all right? The bearish divergences are reversal patterns and increasing the probabilities of a reversal in the opposite direction when we can correctly find these patterns. So the probabilities are right now not for the continuation but for correction, right? Also, if we take a look at our greed index, fear and greed index in the left corner right here, we can see that we are almost in an extreme greed, and when trading at resistances as we are right now, it's never a good sign when most of the retailers are actually greedy, right? But this is not all. There are some others bearish indicators which actually gives us the probabilities for a correction. If we take a look at our Bitcoin chart on 4-hour time frame, I can delete this signal right now because we are no more in a long positions. So right now let's take a look at Bitcoin. What are we creating? So we already know that we are at resistance, right? Structural resistance from the past, but let's just zoom in at this cluster right here. What we are creating, it's kind of textbook head and shoulders pattern, isn't it? Here we have our left shoulder, now we are creating our right shoulder. Let's have a look at how it's described in the books, right? So we have our left shoulder, we have our right shoulder. Now we need a head. Do we have a head? Yes, we do. This is our swing high right here. So this is our head. Is the neckline broken? Not yet, right? The neckline is not yet broken. However, the uptrend trend line, is it broken? Let's take a look. From here, we have been in an uptrend right here. Boom, because we have been creating higher highs and we had this A BTC uptrend pattern, right? So we have been in a short-term uptrend, and right here we have just broken this uptrend trend line, and we also had a retest of this uptrend trend line. So we had a break and a retest right here with this shooting star candlestick pattern. As you can see right here, this is another bearish trend reversal sign, shooting star candlestick pattern, and as you can see, we are created that on a 4-hour time frame. So that just adds on to our probabilities for a reversal. So right now let's just chart also a neckline of this head and shoulders pattern, and the neckline is actually right here. We can actually make a box, it's gonna be much more clearer for everybody. So this is our short-term lower time frame support right at around 29,800 to around 29,600. This is our lower time frame support zone right now, and with a higher probabilities, what's gonna happen next, in my personal opinion, is that we are going to retest this support. All right, so this is our neckline of the head and shoulders pattern. As you can see right here, the neckline, we are going to retest it. All right, yet there is no confirmation that we are gonna move below that neckline. However, if we will have a break of this neckline then and a retest, we will definitely be very carefully strategizing a short position entry for a further correction to our previous higher time frame support, which we have been describing in a previous videos. However, right now, before we don't have this kind of retest, and even though we will break this neckline, we will be waiting for loads of other retests until we decide that with Paradise Family VIPs we will be opening some short positions. Why? Because as you know from our previous video already, we are in a huge, on a weekly time frame, bullish pattern. This is a megaphone bullish pattern, as you know from our previous video. For the past few months we have been building a big demand zone right here, and we are currently breaking out of that, and our target is around $78,000. If you have watched the previous video, you know exactly why we are higher time frame from a next month's perspective bullish on Bitcoin. So if you haven't watched that video, go and watch it right now. We leave a link in the description. It will give you extreme amount of insights and on-chain perspective as well as technical perspective. However, right now from a lower time frame perspective, we don't think that Bitcoin is going to continue to the upside from the current market price. So this is a big no from us. We have closed with Paradise Family VIPs all of our long positions, and right now we are ready for a minor correction right here, and we are actually ready to start buying at this lower time frame demand zone again, and we are ready to ride it back to our medium time frame resistance zone, as you know from our previous videos, as at around $33,000 to $36,000, which is also in a CME gap. So once we get more confirmations right here and we don't gonna break and retest this neckline, which would be a bearish confirmation, we are actually looking to position ourselves back in our long positions, right? So we are actually looking for a great long trade idea, something like this. Obviously, if you want to have all the sell targets, all the entry zones and the exact stop loss, you need to join our Paradise Family VIP. However, just the rough idea is this, right? A minor correction, and then we will move to the upside. Of course, with Paradise Family VIPs, we are trading Bitcoin and altcoins back and forth. So this is just a rough idea of what we really think Bitcoin is gonna do next. The higher time frame perspective, still in the next months, we expect Bitcoin to surge to the upside. However, from the lower time frame perspective, we are expecting a correction. We have closed our Bitcoin position, and let's see what's gonna happen next. The sentiment is pretty bullish right at a resistance, as you know, and loads of people are also angry because they have missed buying Bitcoin right from the bottom right here. So let me ask you in the end of this video one question. section. What would you more likely to see first, a 10k Bitcoin or a 50k Bitcoin? Put your answer in the comment section below, because this is actually gonna reveal the sentiment around retail right now, and I can guarantee you most of the people right now wants Bitcoin to drop back down to 10k rather than search the upsides to 50k. Why? Because most of the people are not accumulated properly in the Bitcoin yet. The whales know it. The whales in the medium time frame, in my opinion, will continue to push Bitcoin to the upside. I showed you our personal target for Bitcoin, higher time frame target around 70k, and people will be forced to just buy Bitcoin higher. So this is our own personal opinion. If you want more insights not only about Bitcoin but about the whole crypto market, join our free Telegram channels. You don't need to be a Paradise Family VIP to get better at trading. Just go on our website, click the join free, and there are multiple free channels we have on Telegram where we doing our best to educate you and making your crypto trading journey much more enjoyable and profitable. This is Sam from My Crypto Paradise. I will be updating our ideas in the following video, so make sure you are subscribed in this channel. Click the like button if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Cheers.